It was a throwaway line, careless, light, flippant. One of those teasing little quips you make when you're feeling just a bit bold, swept up in the giddy energy of the moment. I didn't mean a thing by it. I swear I didn't. There was no malice behind it, no agenda, just a spontaneous flicker of mischief. And yet, in the space of a breath, with 7 offhand words, I cracked the foundation of my life wide open. My marriage, my home, my husband, myself. It all began to unravel on a crisp, clear Friday night. My closest friend, Emily, had just come through the wreckage of a devastating breakup. Her heart was raw, her apartment heavy with silence. She needed to get out, to shake off the grief that clung to her like a second skin. So on a whim, she threw together a last-minute girls' night, something light, lively, healing. Dinner at a little bistro tucked beneath ivy-covered brick. Drinks at a bar pulsing with laughter and low lighting. Maybe even dancing, if the mood was right. It sounded like exactly what I needed too. I hadn't done anything like that in over a year, maybe more. Life had become a steady blur of routines and responsibilities, of quiet dinners and comfortable silences. And though there was love in it, solid, familiar love, I had lost track of the woman I used to be. That night, I found her again just a little. I dressed with care, not extravagantly, but deliberately. Slim black jeans that hugged my hips, heels I'd nearly forgotten I owned, a touch of smoky eyeliner and a bold streak of red across my lips, something that felt daring, a bit alive. I wanted to feel vibrant, visible, even if just for a few hours. When I stepped out of our bedroom, Nathan was sprawled on the living room couch, one arm slung over the backrest, phone in hand. He glanced up, and for the briefest moment his eyes flicked over me, a flicker of something, surprise, maybe admiration, dancing across his face. One eyebrow arched. "Wow," he said. That single word, half compliment, half question, hung in the air like a match struck too close to dry kindling. And then I said it. Those 7 words. And everything I had known began to slip through my fingers. "Someone's looking fancy," Nathan said, his voice low and amused, a faint smile tugging at one corner of his mouth. "Who are you all dolled up for?" I laughed, a light, effortless sound meant to match the playful tone. I tossed him a grin, tossed out a line. "Oh, in case I meet someone better." It was meant to be cheeky, nothing more. A silly, sassy joke. Something you say with a wink and a flounce, expecting a chuckle in return. But instead, I watched something flicker across his face. It was brief, barely perceptible, but unmistakable. A flash of hurt. His smile faltered. The warmth in his eyes cooled. He gave a short nod, murmured, "Right," and turned his attention back to his phone. I should have stopped. I should have softened the moment, leaned in, touched his arm, said, "Babe, I'm only kidding." But I didn't. My phone buzzed. Emily was waiting outside. My mind was already halfway out the door. I bent down, kissed his cheek in passing, and rushed out, utterly unaware of the storm I'd just set in motion. The night unfolded like something from another life. Laughter that bubbled from deep within, drinks that tasted like freedom, music that pulsed beneath my skin. We danced, we talked, we let the weight of our worlds slide off our shoulders. It was the first time in what felt like forever that I could breathe without the heaviness of everything I'd been carrying. I felt seen, vibrant, myself again. I barely checked in with Nathan. Just a quick message, "Be home by midnight." He didn't respond. When I finally stumbled back into the house, the stillness greeted me like a slap. The lights were off. The silence was thick. I assumed he'd gone to bed. But the bedroom was dark and empty. The bed untouched. His side of the closet gaped open, half empty. His bedside table cleared. My heart stuttered. Then I saw it. A white envelope resting neatly on my pillow. Inside, a single page, his handwriting sharp, steady, unforgiving. "If you're looking for someone better, I won't stand in your way. Divorce papers are coming tomorrow. I hope you find what you're after. Nathan." The words hit like a physical blow. My knees gave out. I sank to the floor, the letter trembling in my hands, reading and rereading, trying to convince myself I'd misunderstood. That he was bluffing. That this wasn't real. I called. Straight to voicemail. The next day I drove to his brother's place. He was staying there. He wouldn't come out. Wouldn't speak to me. Within the week his lawyer reached out. The process had begun. No discussion. No explanations. No room for regrets. Just the cold, clean end of everything we'd built together. All because of a careless joke. Or maybe not just that. In the days that followed, I replayed the scene over and over. Not just the words, but the months that had led to them. The growing distance. My tired smiles. The edge in my voice more often than not. How I'd wrapped myself in sarcasm. Too worn down to say what I really felt. That I was exhausted, unseen. Aching for something I couldn't name. Maybe Nathan had felt it too. Maybe he'd already been at the edge of something fragile. And my flippant remark had simply tipped the scale. I keep wondering. What if I'd looked him in the eye that night and said, I'm dressed up for you. What if I'd stayed home instead, curled beside him on the couch? What if I'd caught the look in his eyes and fixed it, right then and there? But life doesn't offer rewinds. There are no do-overs for the moments that matter most. Only the fallout. Nearly a year has passed. Still, I sometimes glance at the driveway, half hoping to see his truck parked where it used to be. I wonder if he ever thinks of me. If he wakes and reaches for someone who's no longer there, the way I still do. The truth is, I never went looking for someone better. I never wanted anyone else. All I ever wanted was to feel chosen. Desired. To see that look in his eyes again. That quiet, unspoken fire that used to make me feel like the center of his world. But words don't need to be true to cause damage. They don't even need to be intentional. Sometimes the deepest wounds come from what you say without thinking. And sometimes, the person you love the most won't wait around for you to take it back.